Right, moving quickly on to one of our, it's a real Madfest favourite. It's Steph Bell, who's Executive Director of Marketing Procurement at Avon. And her, again, intriguing talk title is Brand Privilege. Steph, over to you, 99 seconds, or you face the horn.
Thank you, Justin. Right, okay, over the past few years, marketing and brands have used their positions of privilege to communicate equality and diversity. They've been making commitments and changing the way masses see the world, and this is their brand privilege. But I've been really struck by the recent events, and I've been asking myself what I can personally do better. So there have been two minor experiences that have really made me think about how I can use my brand position or my brand privilege to make it work. The first you may have seen, it was a small experience. It was a post of a mum taking a selfie with her daughter kneeling, holding a sign with the word privilege and an arrow pointing up to her. And it caused a huge amount of bad press, negative press. This woman was deemed tone deaf. But here's the thing, I wasn't really sure why she was being shamed so much. And I nervously thought, you know, her intentions are good, her execution clearly not so much. But it made me become quite cautious about taking a position in case my tone was wrong. Then after a few days, I was listening to an extremely fun podcast on ending systematic racism. And one of the speakers challenged the group on how you can actually create real lasting change, not just with your voice, but getting deeper to the base under the skin, get to the starting point and understand policy and policy behind policy. So these were the two experiences that sort of, on top of many others, solidified my aha moment. I'm privileged enough to have a position that I can create change. I work for a brand that wants to do the same. I need to move from being in the crowd and supporting, advocating and sponsoring. And I need to own the commitments and actions. And that's my brand privilege. So I have an action plan. And my action plan is based on three things. One, educate myself differently, break my echo chamber, use my voice and speak out even if I get it wrong, so I get the feedback. Two, and this is the procurement person in me, policy. I can actually decide who we work with and how we work with them. I can look at our supply chain and do it differently. And I can also impact who and how we hire. And the third is commitment. I need to set the targets, publicize them in my company, and make sure that they're tracked and measured as a 3-year commitment to change. Thank
Perfect.
you.
Just in time. Thank you so much. Right, we've got lots of questions.
I really did not want to get that noise.
Yeah, you almost had it, but you just made it. So congratulations. We've got 2 minutes to get through loads and loads of questions. So let's for the first one from Marcus, who asks, the beauty industry has a bit of a sinister history when it comes to racist marketing and products. How's Avon using its brand privilege to make things better?
I don't know if you saw, that's a great question, thank you very much. But very recently, Avon's become part of a wider group called Natura & Co. And it works with, it's part of the Body Shop and Aesop and a big Latin American brand called Natura, hence Natura & Co. And they have taken a commitment. They announced very recently this week, actually, through the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, their commitment to not just sustainability, but also to supporting communities. And they've taken a position on 30% of our workforce and partners will come from minority groups. So this is what they are doing. And I think there's many other companies, beauty and non-beauty, who really have sort of woken up and are now putting some hardcore positions on the table that they're going to publicly announce to and be held accountable to.
Question here from Jodie, and this is so similar to lots of the questions being asked yesterday. It's quite sort of blunt. It says, is it a brand's place to speak out on racism?
Why not? Why wouldn't it be?
I guess.
I think brands are made up of people who work for brands, and people who work for brands want to be able to have a voice and to use the platform they have to speak out. So I'm for it. I'm in favour of it.
Perfect. Steph, we're up against time. Thank you so much. Absolutely great talk.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.